South Korea. The energy here is amazing, especially when it comes to food. The streets buzz with delicious smells. Everywhere you look, people are eating. They are enjoying incredible meals. I love the food culture in this country. It is vibrant, it is exciting. It is something you must experience. From street food to fine dining, there is so much to explore. But one thing always calls to me. It is the king of Korean dining. Korean BBQ. It is not just a meal, it is an event. It is a celebration. Friends gather around a sizzling grill. Families share stories and laughter. The sound of meat cooking is music. The aroma fills the air. You cook your own food, right at your table. This makes it so interactive, so much fun. It's a tradition, a cultural icon, and it's incredibly delicious. I knew I had to dive deep into this world. So, I decided on a challenge. A delicious, smoky challenge. 24 hours of eating only Korean BBQ. Yes, you heard that right. An entire day dedicated to grilled meat. Let the Korean BBQ marathon begin. I couldn't wait to share every single bite with you. This journey promised to be unforgettable. My Korean BBQ adventure started early, very early. Most people don't eat BBQ for breakfast. But this was a 24-hour mission. I walked through quiet morning streets. The city was just waking up. Finding an open BBQ restaurant was a small challenge. But I found one, a humble local spot. The owner looked surprised to see me, but he welcomed me with a warm smile. The grills were already being prepped. The smell of charcoal was in the air. It was a perfect start. I knew what I wanted for my first meal. Samgyeopsal, classic Korean pork belly, thick slices of beautiful fatty pork. It arrived at my table looking incredible. The marbling was perfect. I carefully placed the slices on the hot grill. The sizzle started immediately. That sound, oh, that sound is pure happiness. The fat began to render. The edges started to crisp up. I watched it cook. My excitement grew with every pop and crackle. This was breakfast of champions. The taste was phenomenal. The pork belly was crispy on the outside, so juicy and tender on the inside. I wrapped a piece in a lettuce leaf, added some grilled garlic, a dab of samjang, the spicy dipping sauce. Watching the restaurant staff was like a lesson. They moved with such skill, such precision. They knew exactly how to prepare the grill, how hot it should be, when to change it. Their expertise was clear. They showed me how to arrange the meat, how to flip it at the right moment. I tried to copy their techniques. It takes practice to become a BBQ master, but I was eager to learn. Every restaurant has its own little secrets, its own way of doing things. Then came the banchan, the amazing array of Korean side dishes, so many small plates. They filled the table around the grill. Kimchi, of course, many kinds of kimchi, pickled radishes, seasoned spinach, spicy bean sprouts, little pancakes. Each dish had its own unique flavor, its own texture. They are not just side dishes, they are essential to the Korean BBQ experience. They cleanse your palate, they add complexity, they make the meal complete, and they are usually refillable. I focused on grilling the pork belly perfectly, not too fast or it would burn, not too slow or it wouldn't get crispy. It was a delicate dance, using the tongs and scissors. After a few hours, it was time for round 2. I walked through a different part of the city. The streets were busier now. The sun was higher. I was searching for my next BBQ target. This time, I craved something marinated. Something sweet and savory. Galbi, marinated beef short ribs. My mouth watered just thinking about it. I found a restaurant known for its galbi. It looked a bit more traditional, wooden interiors, the smell of sweet soy sauce in the air. This was promising. The new restaurant had a different atmosphere. It felt a little more refined than the morning spot. Families were enjoying lunch. Business people were having meetings over sizzling meat. The staff were dressed in traditional attire. They were very polite, very attentive. I ordered the sogalbi, the beef version. I could also choose dwaeji galbi, which is pork, but today, beef was calling my name. I watched as they prepared the charcoal grill at my table. The anticipation was building again. Then the galbi arrived. Oh, it was beautiful. The beef ribs were scored deeply. They were glistening with a dark, rich marinade. You could see the garlic, the soy sauce, the pear or apple perhaps for sweetness. The aroma was incredible, sweet. During my galbi feast, I started chatting with the owner, an older lady with a kind smile. She was happy to see me enjoying the food so much. She told me about her family recipe for the marinade, a secret passed down through generations. Her passion for her restaurant, for her food, it was inspiring. She explained how they choose the best quality beef, how they marinate it for many hours. This personal connection made the meal even more special. Food always tastes better with a good story. I looked around the restaurant. I saw families laughing, children trying to use chopsticks, friends clinking their soju glasses. The sounds were of happiness, of people connecting over a shared meal. Korean BBQ is truly a social glue. It brings people together, it creates memories. I watched a nearby table, a group of office workers. They were grilling and chatting animatedly. Their energy was infectious. It made me smile. As evening approached, the city transformed. Neon lights flickered on, the streets filled with people looking for dinner, and fun. The energy was palpable. For my third BBQ meal, I wanted something different. Something with a kick. Dak galbi, spicy stir-fried chicken. This isn't always grilled in the same way as samgyeopsal or galbi. Often it's cooked in a large, flat pan at your table. But it's definitely part of the delicious Korean BBQ family. I found a bustling spot, popular with young people. The Dak galbi restaurant was lively. Loud K-pop music was playing. Groups of friends were gathered around big pans. The smell of spicy gochujang, chili paste, filled the air. It was exciting. I ordered the classic dak galbi. It arrived as a mound of chopped chicken, marinated in a vibrant red sauce, mixed with cabbage, sweet potatoes, rice cakes, tiak, and perilla leaves. The server helped start the cooking process, stirring everything together on the hot pan. It was a feast for the eyes. Watching the dak galbi cook was mesmerizing. The ingredients slowly melded together. The chicken turned a beautiful reddish orange. The vegetables softened. The rice cakes became chewy and delicious. The aroma intensified, spicy, sweet. Let's talk more about banchan. These Korean side dishes are not just an afterthought. They are a crucial part of the Korean BBQ experience. A true symphony of flavors and textures. With every BBQ meal I had, a new array of banchan appeared. It was always exciting to see what would be served. From the ubiquitous kimchi in its many forms, napa cabbage kimchi, radish kimchi, cucumber kimchi, each with its own level of spice and fermentation. They are the heart of Korean cuisine. But banchan goes far beyond kimchi. There are seasoned vegetables called namul, spinach with sesame oil, bean sprouts with garlic, fernbraca gosari. There are also pickled vegetables, yellow pickled radish, danmuji, which is sweet and crunchy, pickled onions or garlic scapes. These offer a sharp, tangy contrast to the rich grilled meats. Sometimes you get small portions of japchae, glass noodles, or little savory pancakes John. The 24-hour BBQ challenge was nearing its end. But there was still time for one more, a late-night adventure. I wanted to try something bold, something that many locals love. Gopchang, grilled beef or pork intestines. This might sound intimidating to some, but I believe in trying everything, especially when it's a local delicacy. I found a street famous for its gopchang restaurants. They were packed, even late at night. The air was thick with a unique, savory aroma. The gopchang restaurant was buzzing, full of people unwinding after a long day. The sound of sizzling intestines, the clinking of soju glasses. It was a lively, energetic atmosphere. I ordered a mixed platter. It included different types of intestines. Daechang, large intestine, and makchang, last stomach of a cow or pig. They arrived raw, looking quite different from regular meat. The server, an expert in grilling these specific cuts, started cooking them for me. This definitely required skill. Grilling intestines is an art. They need to be cooked thoroughly, until they are crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. Often they are cooked with onions, garlic, and mushrooms, which absorb the rich flavors. 24 hours, 4 incredible Korean BBQ meals, from the morning sizzle of pork belly, to the sweet marinade of galbi, the spicy kick of dak galbi, and the adventurous chew of late-night gopchang. What a journey! My taste buds had been on a wild ride. Each meal was different, each restaurant had its own charm, its own specialty. I had experienced such a wide range of flavors, textures, and cooking styles. It was a delicious marathon, and I loved every single moment. This adventure was about so much more than just eating, it was about connection. I connected with the food, with the traditions behind it. I connected with the friendly people who cooked for me, who shared their stories, who welcomed me into their establishments. I connected with the vibrant culture of South Korea, a culture that places such high value on food, on sharing, on community. Every sizzle of the grill, every bite of kimchi, it told a story of this amazing country. If you ever get the chance to visit South Korea, please, I urge you, dive into the world of Korean BBQ. Don't be afraid to try new things, to step outside your comfort zone.